Capital Initial is a Brazilian rock band that flourished in the 1980s, saw a resurgence in the late 1990s, and extended into the 2000s. Capital Initial has recorded 7 albums from 1982 to 1996. They were a huge success in the early and mid-2000s, being one of the most popular bands in Brazil with the albums Acústico MTV, Rosas e Vinho Tinto, Gigante, and MTV as Special, Aborto Elétrico. The album E Eu Nunca Disse Adeus was expected to be released in early 2007. Former members of Renato Russo's pioneering post-punk band Aborto Elétrico teamed up to form the Capital Initial, continuing to perform the same type of music. Brothers Felipe Lemos, drums, and Flavio Lemos, bass, joined guitarist Lauro Jones, former Blitz 64, and vocalist Dinho Aro Preto. All of them are based in Brasilia, a city that, with its particular situation as Brazil's capital, revolves around politicians who abandon it on the weekends. The city's coldness was a choice culture for the fermentation of the aggressiveness of dispossessed youngsters, creating an ideal situation for the arousal of punk bands. With similar songs as Aborto Elétrico's repertoire, the Capital Initial followed in their path. The first time that Capital, and their sister band, Legião Urbana, also erected upon the ashes of Aborto Elétrico, played in Rio was on July 23, 1983, opening a Loba show at the Circo Voador. In 1984, they released their first single, Descendo o Rio Nilo, Going Down the Nile, and Leave Desespero, Slight Despair, epic, with good repercussions. The latter song was included in the film Arias Escalvantes. In April 1985, Capital Initial succeeded in having their Descendo o Rio Nilo included on the compilation Aos Intocavias, CBS. In the next year, the group recorded their first LP, Capital Initial, Polygram, which had the hits Cicapada, Psychopath, Música Urbana, Urban Music, and Fatima selling 200,000 copies. This was followed by a period of many live shows. In 1987, keyboardist Bozo Baretti, who had participated in the album, joined the band, who recorded a second LP, Independencia, Independence. With a pop-paced sonority, the album sold half as much as the first. In November, the band opened for Sting at a packed Maracana. In December 1988, the group released their third LP, Você Não Precisa Entender, You Don't Need to Understand, which was assaulted by commercialism. The album sold only 50,000 copies. Understanding that they were losing their punk rock fans and weren't gaining pop fans, in their fourth album, Todos os Lados, All Sides, 1990, they replaced standardized keyboards with aggressive guitars. But the change of direction came too late. The album sold a little more than 30,000 copies, and their fifth LP, Electricidade, Electricity, 1991, barely sold 20,000 copies. This crisis provoked the departure of Baretti and Preto, who formed the band Vertigo, and the acquisition of a new vocalist, Murilo Lima, with whom their sixth LP, The Independent Rue of 47, was recorded in 1994. In 1996, they recorded the live album Ao Vivo, Read Brazil, and in 1998, Lima left the band. In the late 1990s, the band made a comeback releasing an unplugged album recorded at a Brazilian MTV live concert. This album became a tremendous hit in Brazil. As of 2006, the band does regular concerts in major Brazilian cities, enjoying great success with older Aborto Elétrico songs as well as newly recorded material. Current: Dinho Aro Preto, lead vocals, rhythm guitar, 1982 to 1993, 1998 present. Fé Lemos, drums, percussion, 1982 present. Flavio Lemos, bass guitar, 1982 present. Yves Passarel, lead guitar, 2002 present, touring musicians. Fabiano Carilli, guitars and backing vocals. Robledo Silva, keyboards, acoustic guitar and backing vocals former members. Lauro Jones, guitars, 1982 to 2002. Bozo Baretti, keyboards, 1987 to 1992. Murilo Lima, lead vocals, guitars, 1993 to 1997, timeline. Capital Initial, 1986. Independencia, Independence, 1987. Você Não Precisa Entender, You Don't Need to Understand, 1988. Todos os Lados, All Sides, 1989. Electricidade, Electricity, 1991. Rua 47, 47th Street, 1995. Atrás dos Aljas, Behind the Eyes, 1998. Rosas e Vinho Tinto, Roses and Red Wine, 2002. Gigante, Giant, 2004. Eu Nunca Disse Adeus, I Never Said Goodbye, 2007. Das Capital, 2010. Saturno, Saturn, 2012. Sonora, Sonoras, 2018. 1996, Al Vivo. 2000, Acústico MTV. 2005, MTV Especial, Aborto Elétrico. 2008, Multishow Vivo, Capital Initial and Brasilia. 2012, Rock in Rio. 2011, Capital Initial. 2015, Acústico NYC. 1994, O Melhor do Capital Initial. 1998 Remixes. 1999 Millennium. 2002 Capital Initial, Dedicato Limitada. 2002 Siri Gold, Capital Initial. 2003 Arquivo Essential. 2005 Novo Millennium. 2005 Maximum. 1985 Descendo ao Rio Nilo, EP. 2014 Viva na Revoluco. 2000, Acústico MTV. 2002, Luau MTV, Capital Initial. 2005, MTV Especial, Aborto Elétrico. 2008, Multishow Vivo, Capital Initial and Brasilia. 2011, Rock in Rio. 2011, Capital Initial. 2015, Acústico NYC.